Alright, hi there, I'm John Oakes. This is Hagster's Hot Rods here in our Homer City, Pennsylvania location. And we are going to go over this car that we have sitting beside me here today. It is a 1967 Chevrolet Camaro. This is a rally sport. So you'll notice as we walk around, you're going to see all of the RS rally sport styling cues to this car. So starting off, we're going to start with obviously the color. You've got the nice red exterior here. You've got the black stripes up over the hood and on the deck lid of the car. The stripes are exactly how they should be for a 67 Camaro. Now, this car, you'll notice, like I said, all the rally sport emblems. So you've got the RS emblems up here on the front fender. As we walk back a little bit, of course, you're going to see back here 327 badging right below the Camaro emblem here, and again, that is what's in it. It is a 327 cubic inch motor, which we'll be seeing here a little bit later. As far as our moldings and all of our trim, we've got all the bright work here. So your wheelet moldings, you've got all the trim around the windshield, which are all in great shape on this car. We've got the drip rail moldings too, nice and straight. As we look at the body also, our gaps front and rear of the door here, very, very uniform front to back. And as far as the alignment, the elevation on this car, when you look at the fender, door, and quarter panels, these all line up very, very good. As far as down below, you'll see this is the correct RS moldings for down on the rockers there. So, and those are all in good shape, nice and straight. And wheels and tires. You'll notice we've got the factory style GM rally wheels, complete with your beauty rings and the correct center caps for a 67 Camaro also. Firestone Firehawk Indy 500 tires. Slight difference from front to back as far as the size goes. We've got two 15s, 65, 15s up front, and then two 35, 60 R15s on the back, all of which the tread is in excellent condition here. As I mentioned before, again, all of your panels here nice and straight the whole way down the side. As we come around the back here, first thing you're going to notice, we've got the rear trunk spoiler here. And again, our stripes are done correct on this car. As far as across the back, you'll notice for the RS car, we've got the correct taillights back here, the solid red lenses. Lenses are in great shape, there's no cracks or chips, and the bezels around here are painted up nice, no chips, and again, where they should be nice bright, they are. You've got the RS gas cap here also, nice chrome rear bumper here. Of course, you've got your little stanchions down here also. Trunk fitment, real nice. Your gaps the whole way around the trunk and your elevations here are great. Your rear window, no chips, no cracks in this at all. The glass is in good shape. And again, your bright mold work here is all in good condition too. We're going to go ahead and open our trunk lid up, take a look inside. So let's do that next. And you'll notice that inside, got a real nice trunk mat here. You do have a spare tire on a steel wheel here, the correct hold downs, and you've got the factory bumper jack back here. Now again, a lot of people aren't going to use that, but it is there. It completes the car back here. As far as the trunk lid, you'll see it's painted that same red as the exterior of the car. The trunk, the hinges and springs back here all work as they're holding that up as they should. And your trunk seal and leather strip is all in great shape. Nice and soft the whole way around. There's no rips or tears in it. It comes together right here at the center also. All of that is in good condition. We'll close this. There we go. And then as far as anything other than that, you do have the correct lower valance on this car too for the RS car. As you can see, it's got the backup lights in there as well. As we come around the passenger side again, we've got nice straight panels, quarter panels, all the bright work that we've already been over. We also look down the rain gutters of the car, and all of that is nice. The paint is in good shape up here. Roof, same thing, nice, smooth, shiny paint the whole way around. Again, on our passenger side, you'll look at the gaps and elevations here are in great shape here. Everything all lines up with quarter, door, and fender. And then we'll go ahead and open this up. I did not do it on the other side, but we'll go ahead and get it all on this side here. Now this has the black deluxe interior in it. It's got those white insets in the seats, the correct door panels, got the factory steering wheel with the RS horn button, factory gauges as well in the dash. You've got your speedo and your fuel gauge. It does have a few aftermarket gauges down below, the oil pressure, water temperature, and a voltmeter gauge. It's got a custom auto sound radio in it, so it fits right in the factory holes. There's no modification of the dash at all. Also got factory AC there, so all the vents are there, factory heater and AC controls as well. Door closes up nice. All of your weather stripping, all of your seals are all in great shape. Again, one of the major things that you'll see a lot of times on these cars, you'll see some pitting on some of the trim work, but again, none of that on this car. It's all very nice, good condition, all polished up real well. As we come back up towards the front, again, the matching RS emblems, nice chrome front bumper here too. You'll see the header panel. Again, the stripes come down on that just as they should. Nice black RS grille here, all intact. There's no pieces broke or cracked. All good and solid up here. The RS emblem right in the center. And then, of course, down below, we've got that black front air dam on there too to complete the look. Now, for your hood, this is all steel. Again, 2-inch steel Cowl induction hood here. All of your gaps the whole way around. Very nice. So everything's been adjusted. All lines up very well on this car. Now we are going to go underneath the hood here and we're going to check out what we have. So let me reach up underneath here. And with the hood up, you can see that the hinges and springs all function as they should. Hood insulation all intact just as it should be. Very stock appearing underneath the hood. You do have a factory style air cleaner here. You've got that seal, that gasket. When you close that Cowl induction hood, it's going to seal up nice and tight and pull all the air from your Cowl right down into the air cleaner. Now down below this, we've got an Edelbrock carburetor. Edelbrock aluminum intake as well. Of course, you see the finned aluminum valve covers there, so it gives it that nice old school look. Chrome alternator. You see the factory air conditioning unit all in place and all hooked up over there. Now this car's power steering that we can see down here. It is a manual brake car, and we'll go over all that stuff once we get it on the lift for you as well. Got the factory style radiator with a nice shroud on it here as well. I believe we've got a, I think that's a 5-blade clutch fan in there. It's got just stock style cast exhaust manifolds on it. A lot of guys elect to leave those on because in fact they do usually seal up a lot better than a header does. And then of course these empty out into a set of full dual exhausts with Flowmaster mufflers and tailpipes out the rear of the car there. Now as far as the rest of the drive line, this has a Powerglide automatic transmission and it's got a GM 10-bolt rear end in the back. Again, we're going to go through all of that stuff once we get to the underside of the car. So, with that said, we are all done here. We're going to close this all up, get it on the lift for you, take a look underneath, and get the engine running so you can hear what it sounds like. All right, now that we're underneath the 67 Camaro here, we're going to go through the steering, suspension, talk about the floors on this car, all of your drive line that we have underneath here. We're going to go through all of that for you right now. So starting with the front end of the car, the front steering and suspension, it's all stock stuff up here. So you've got your stamped upper and lower control arms here. Bushings, ball joints, all of that stuff is in good shape. Everything's been maintained. We do have a front sway bar on this car. Sway bar end links all look good on it. Steering, it is a power steering car. All of our tie rods, the ball joints on each of those are all in good shape, and you can tell they've been maintained well throughout time also. As far as the brakes on this car, up front and in the rear, we've got 4-wheel drum brakes. They are manual brakes on this vehicle, but they do stop very, very well. Drive line, while we're up here at the front, we'll start with the engine. Now this is a non-original motor. It's a 327 cubic inch motor. I believe the year on this is a 65. Behind that, we've got the Powerglide automatic transmission. It does have the flywheel cover on it here. That's going to help protect that against dirt and debris getting in there and causing any damage. The oil pan on the motor, as well as the transmission pan, all of that is nice and dry. I don't see any drips or leaks down here on that. As far as the transmission cross member, nice and straight here. You can tell it's never been hit on anything. And again, it's mounted to the tail shaft, nice and stout back there. As far as our drive shaft, you see here, it is a balanced weighted unit, so that's going to help eliminate a lot of vibration in the drivetrain. And then for our rear end here, we've got a GM 10-bolt rear. This is the 8.2 inch ring gear here in pinion. It's a 276 gear ratio in this rear end also. So it's going to be kind of like your, like a good highway gear for you. It's not going to rev up super high or anything for you like that. Now, as far as rear suspension, you can see we've got the monoleaf rear suspension on this car. Just a set of normal shocks back here. If we look back towards the front here on our exhaust work, we do have dual exhaust the whole way back. It starts with the cast exhaust manifolds dumping into our 2.5 inch exhaust. You can see it does have the crossover tube here. And then we've got a set of Flowmaster mufflers back here. Again, those are going to give it a nice sound, and they're a good performance muffler as well. And then it's finished off in tailpipes that exit out between the leaf spring and the rear quarter panel, just as they should. Wheels and tires, as far as the remaining parts of our running gear here, we've got 15 inch factory GM rally wheels here on this car. Beauty rings, trim rings, whichever you want to call them, and the center caps, they're all there. And then as far as the rubber on those tires, we've got Firestone, Firehawk, Indy 500s, the whole way around, matching treads, so those are a real nice tread pattern for this car. Size on the front, we've got 215/65 R15s. On the back, we've got a 235/60 R15. As far as the floors go on this car, now floors are in good shape, good and solid the whole way back. You can see all the stamping lines here on the floors. I don't see any place where they've really patched the floor up here. Again, they look good stock pans. There's no flat pans or anything like that on the car, so all of that's in good shape. Your pinch welds, rocker panels on both sides are in good shape on this car as well. And then the brake lines and fuel lines are all run along the sides of the car too. This car is complete with your emergency brakes, so all the cables are there. Got the front cable, your intermediate with all the right clips, the J-hook, and all the right cables clear back to your rear drum brakes as well. Subframe, same thing, is great condition, nice and straight. There's no dings in it. Cross member up front, nice and straight too. Body bushings under your subframe, those are in good shape too as well. So with that said, that's it for underneath the car.